Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in today's video we are going to be discussing the eye-watering massive budget of Andor Season 2, what this implies to the second season, because this is an even bigger budget than we've seen for some of the movies in the sequel trilogy, some of a bigger budget that we've seen from the first season, and if for anything, of course, most to all of the Disney Plus shows inside and out of the Star Wars IP. Andor Season 2 is going to be quite massive. We, of course, are going to go ahead, we're going to hop right on into it, break it all down for you guys with everything that we'd know and everything that we'd be anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Make sure you hit that notification bell as well to be notified for when we have new videos dropping here on the channel almost daily. There is a lot of Star Wars news and stuff going around. It can be a lot to keep track of. It's exactly why we are here. Not just to keep you guys updated with everything, but also break it down for you guys and get a better understanding. As always, I really appreciate all of the support. Okay, so in this video, we are going to be taking a quick read from ScreenRant.com as an overall garnering source. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. Andor's eye-watering $645 million budget makes it the most expensive Star Wars story ever, inside and out of some of the recent Disney movies with the sequel trilogy, inside and out of other Star Wars Disney Plus shows with the likes of Ahsoka, and as for The Mandalorian, and even The Acolyte as well. The Acolyte previously holding that record, having a lot of money poured into that project, only for it to be a bit of a flop, if for anything. And Andor's staggering $645 million budget officially makes it the most expensive Star Wars story ever made, raising a distributing question: why did The Acolyte get canceled by Lucasfilm? It's something that we recently also discussed here on the channel in a different video, but as you might anticipate, it's pretty straightforward as of to, well, it just wasn't received well from the fans and from the critics alike as well, but we'll discuss that in just a moment. The live-action Star Wars TV shows have commanded impressive budgets, with a single season of The Mandalorian costing upwards of $120 millions, kind of budget for you guys to have a better idea. And Lucasfilm's stated goal was to make TV shows of the same quality and level as movies, which does explain the budgets. Something of a common complaint that I've seen from you guys and us, well, that I've kind of even had here on the channel, is the problem that Disney has was more oriented to Marvel projects in the way that they structure and do the production style of Marvel shows. For example, is they make them and they run them like it is a movie and not like a show, like with a showrunner and everything. Star Wars shows don't do that for whatever reason, and Marvel shows recently just switched away from doing that. Anyway, if you're a Marvel fan, we have our Marvel channel linked in the description down below. Andor's budget, it seems, is higher than anyone actually had guessed. According to tax returns submitted in the UK over Forbes magazine, Disney had spent a staggering $645 million budget on the show in total. That's for both of its seasons, but after spending a record nearly $290.9 million on Andor Season 2. It's pretty much half of that for what they did on the first season, essentially, like split that $645 million, split it in half, and it goes 50-50. Like they spent half of that on the first season and then half of that on the second season. So it's definitely going to have the same quality, if not bigger and better, as it's been teased by much of the cast and crew members for Andor's second season. And incredibly, the total budget is probably even higher, probably at the end of the day. By the time they get to the marketing and promoting and distributing side of aspects of things, that's only going to get even higher. The submission also covers spending through and into November of last year, so there's a whole nother year to account for, which doesn't cover all of the shoot either. And what makes it quite surprising, though, is that these costs come after the cancellation of The Acolyte as well, which had a budget of $230.1 million. So a lot of Star Wars fans are like, what's going on? They spent more on The Acolyte than they did for a single season, or close to on The Acolyte than they did for a single season of Andor, of course, so it's kind of like what's going on. It had the same budget, it should have been the same quality, especially story aspect wise and everything of that nature. It kind of has left a lot of Star Wars fans scratching their heads. Andor's mammoth budget means each episode of the 2-season show had an average cost of $26.9 million. You could buy a house with that, maybe more, maybe a couple houses, I don't know. This makes it one of the most expensive TV shows ever made, period, rivaled with the likes of Stranger Things Season 4 on Netflix, The Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power on Amazon, and WandaVision also on Disney+. The sheer scale of Andor's cost is illustrated by comparing it to other Star Wars stories, as it seems to have cost even more than Star Wars The Last Jedi and all seasons of The Mandalorian as well. As I had mentioned, it is the most expensive Star Wars story told to date. One question that I have is why? Why does Andor have such a massive budget? The first season, don't get me wrong, was really quite amazing, but I don't see the amount of special effects going into it the way you do in other Star Wars projects. Like, that was even a common complaint, is that there's like no aliens and no Star Wars-y kind of stuff going on. Everybody just seems to be a regular, everyday kind of human in a way. Not just that, but Andor Season 1 honestly did have a lower viewership in comparison to much of other Star Wars shows like The Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, and Ahsoka, for example. These figures are staggering for one and aren't, narrowed down to an approximate, and they naturally raise a simple question. Why did Disney greenlight this kind of budget for Andor, and was it the right decision? Of course, I will guard Andor with my life. Of course, it's an amazing show, but it's viewership. That's kind of what Disney cares about and really is getting at the end of the day, is how much viewership is it really pulling in. It's worth noting that Andor Season 2's budget was signed off at a very different time as well, before the House of Mouse began its current pivotal back towards the big screen. Lucasfilm will certainly be struggling to get approval for anything like this kind of TV show for a budget of that scale, probably especially in this kind of day and age and at this time especially. And if for anything, Lucasfilm was more than likely to just greenlight like something of this kind of project of what Andor is as a movie instead of a Disney Plus show. Of course, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been an unofficial Star Wars. Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Different theories as well. I'm all ears. Let's discuss. I love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Also, leave a like on the video, as it really does help out the channel. I really appreciate it. Make sure you also check out our merch shop. Use our codes Ahsoka in all caps to get some cash off of your orders. I also have some Amazon affiliate links in the description down below, so if you're looking to buy something from Amazon, whether it's a gift or something for yourself, check out our available links in the description down below. It helps out the channel at no additional cost of yourself and really means a lot. I'll continue to keep those links updated, so they're always changing. So make sure you check them out for what new products we may have available. With whatever way you decide to support the channel, whether it's simply watching today's video or even purchasing a product, it means the absolute world to me. So thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.
Goodbye, old friend. May the Force be with you.